Thinko destroyed Olivia with his stinky thoughts, so now he's moved on to his next victim, Liz. I wish I had this when I was going through the Mia route. Man, the things I could do. Hey, Augmented. Are you going to do the Mia route again? I've been thinking about going to the Mia route and seeing what a fucked up Mia route is. I mean, we did the normal Mia route, but I'm wondering what happens if you fuck it up, you know? I don't know how much time I want to put into this tonight, because my tailbone's acting up. It's kind of my fault with that. Sitting on really bad chairs for like an hour. And plus I'm bloated. I kind of have low energy for this stream, but I guess that it doesn't matter because this is Wanigamu. Hey, Dr. Coconut. Dry humping Mia when high on cocaine is truly living the life. I want to know who exactly came up with that. Did Horu explain any other mechanics? No, you just have to figure your way out through making decisions. I think they're a little bit highlighted better. Since the update after, I think. Where they actually show you the characters and stuff, I think. I don't know. I mean, we could try and, what is it, brute force our way again. I've got at least 2 hours in me for this. Maybe I'll look at the coding myself. Good luck. Because I don't think the mod makers want to associate with me anymore, and that's completely fair. Then again, who the hell else is like broadcasting this mod or putting it up on YouTube or whatever? I'm pretty sure I'm the only Wanigamu content creator here. For the first time in a long time, I am here. Hey, Corn. How was the vacation? I would imagine seeing Mia doing the Batman on drugs meme. I don't remember that. I'm gonna take my watch off. I already got my steps in, so I don't really need it on anymore. I could care less. Work. Oh, it's gotta suck. Man, I was close to just canceling the stream. I'm like, do I really want to? It's Wanigamu. I have no excitement for this mod. But I set the torture devices up for myself. There's only me to blame. Anyways, we're 5 minutes in. Come on. Already Ashley doing the Batman on drugs meme. Alright. Oh, you already know I'm high on life, ready to go. Starting the stream with a yawn. Whatever, it's Wanigamu. If I'm yawning through it, I'm yawning through it. I don't care. Alright, I gotta... water. If we're starting out with Olivia, water.
Hey, don't ignore me! Hello? Hey, I'm talking to you! Can't you tell?
Oh, for the love of... Yes, I can tell. Can you tell that I'm not interested? Sigh, just how did I end up in this situation again? This week's been going so well, but then just... Ever since our date... when is Olivia in this? This should be ever since my date, because me and Olivia are not dating Liz. Ever since my date with Liz, I've been feeling like I've been walking on air. No, really, I have. And even though nothing important or interesting happened since, simply the knowledge that it's not far off when we'll be having another date propelled me forward. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. That night and through most classes yesterday, I've been looking at Google Maps, trying to find a place we could check out next time. For some of them, I even sent pictures to Liz too, asking for her opinion. But conversations with her mostly segued into her telling me random anecdotes about student council life. So with no target yet, not browsing is what I would have done this morning during homeroom as well. But then, just like Liz said, Mr. Latican made the announcements about those senior project thingies. Mine, apparently, is to design a wedding dress. It sounds interesting, kind of daunting even, but I have other stuff on my mind right now. I'll just make a couple of quick sketches later today and we'll see how it goes. Besides the assignments, Ben also finally promoted the charity event that's going to happen later today. Helping out on a construction site. Yeesh. No wonder the only interest it served was the people trying to use it as an excuse to skip class. But alas, the event is scheduled well after classes are over, Ben's words. That was pretty much the final nail in the coffin for the whole thing, so I'd be amazed if anyone shows up. It must have been Ben's conclusion too, because after he disappeared faster than fart in the wind. Yeah, that ought to put him in a real good mood, alright. I'm sure he won't be an even bigger asshole about me joining his cockamamie crew than he would have been otherwise. But really, who in their right mind would spend their afternoon hauling sacks of concrete and shit, instead of, I don't know, doing literally anything else? A Friday afternoon, no less. Makes a lot of sense now why Liz is so adamant on skipping the damn thing. If I was in her shoes, I would too. A thing that might not actually be such a stretch if I'm being serious. I know Liz gave me the 2 days to think about her offer, and then the thought certainly did enter my mind a few times, but I was kind of preoccupied with other things. Like looking at pictures I took after we said goodbyes, of the lipstick mark she left on my face, and debating whether to post it online to let everyone back home know how well I'm doing over here. Doing well, yeah, at least when I'm not accosted by wheelchaired weirdos and other types of sociopaths. Which brings me back to my current predicament. I thought we agreed that you'd stop bothering me.
But I'm not talking to you to bother you.
I don't think it's up to you to decide whether someone's found you annoying or not.
But this is about my assignment.
Her assignment? Why? How? Coming after me with the Mia thing was already stretching it, but this really makes no sense whatsoever. Are you making up reasons to get me to hang out with you? Because for you information, I have a girlfriend. Though strictly speaking not yet true, I doubt Liz would hear about me saying it from Olivia of all people. Again, I turn my back to her, but annoyingly enough, she doesn't let up.
That must be very nice for you, but I don't.
I tune it out at this point. What is she even going on about for this long? In an absolute last-ditch attempt to get rid of her, I start taking corners at random. I could probably power walk away if I really wanted to, but she's already making a scene. This way everyone will know she's being the weirdo she always is. But if I turn her disability against her, they'd say I'm just about the worst kind of asshole. She's sure not making it easy to have this kind of restraint, though. On and on she goes, yapping to my back as if I was listening to a single syllable. Fortunately for me, as I take the next corner, the solution to my problem presents itself in the resplendent form of the men's room. If I go in there, there's no way she'll follow, right? And no way she'll wait for me outside either. I mean, eventually she will have to go to class. I cannot express how stupidly retarded it feels to have to hide in the bathroom like some nerd hiding from a beating, but these are the lengths she drives me to. My hand is already on the handle, not even thinking about it, as the door opens into my face, and I can in no way react before a body collides into me. Ouchies.
Gah! Shit, can't you see I'm... Inko!
Of course it's Ian. Notice me, human. Inko Quck's verse in this remake Wanimod. Inko turning Olivia out so he can be alone with his thoughts. Oh, tuning. Your poll is a lie. They all love the AI slop. She drives me to drink. Who the fuck is this skinwalker? If you don't know, you haven't been paying attention. What? Who? Oh, Ian. As the surprise wears off, we both step back, giving the other appropriate space, him nursing his arm and me my stomach. Good thing he's not one of those with the horns and spikes, or I could have been much, much worse off. What's up?
Not much, I was just...
Looking over my shoulder, he noticed the wheelchaired menace behind me. Despite my sincerest effort, she is still trying very hard to make it look like we're in the middle of a conversation.
I'm sorry, I don't think we've met before. Yeah, don't even bother, my guy. Bye!
With that, she turns around, rolling away post-haste over many a toe and tail. Wow, if only I've known before that I can use Ian as a meat shield against her.
Did I say something wrong?
Nah, don't worry about it. She's like that.
Right, I noticed. Wait, doesn't she go to the same class you do with Mr. Latikin?
Unfortunately, she does.
Oh, hey, Liz told me you're thinking about joining us. That's great, dude. I'm sure you'll love it.
Yeah, well, we'll first have to see what your boss has to say about it.
Are you talking about Ben?
As he asks the question, there's a very visible frown blossoming on his face, which is a little surprising. I know he's not a fan of everything Ben does, but I still thought he looks up to the guy.
He's not my boss, you know.
No, what else is he?
He's, you know.
His words trail off, rubbing at the back of his neck awkwardly, and, right. Standing 2 feet from the toilets might not be the best way to have a high-octane political intrigue discussion. Don't sweat it. I hear you're gunning for his title anyway, isn't that right?
Sure, I'd love to try. I mean, next year after he's graduated. Why do you ask?
No reason, just trying to get to know people. Almost as if wanting to punctuate my sentence, the bell rings. At first, I'm a little confused on how this conversation could have lasted an entire break period, but then I realized I spent the first 2/3 of it trying to escape Olivia.
Gotta go. Miss Brockling will have my head if I'm late again.
Who? Her? Nah, I wouldn't worry. She's chill.
Sigh, no, I really think she hates my guts.
That's odd. The fuck could he have done to deserve that? Okay, well, good luck then.
Thanks, bye.
He rushes away, tail tucked between his legs. Man, what the fuck? Yeah, Miss P obviously isn't by the books type of teacher, but how does one even manage to piss her off like that? Just another reminder that there's still a lot I don't know about the dynamics of this place.
Inko, wait up!
Huh?
I just remembered. Later today, we'll be having a little get-together at my place. It's student council members only, but even if you don't, It'd be great to have you there, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, is it like a party or something?
Yeah, kinda. I know it's last minute, but do you think you can make it? I'm sure it'd make Liz happy, too. We all know how much she likes hanging out with you.
No. Oh, wow. It's not like I was going to say no anyway, but now... Except, wait, doesn't Liz have the whole ledgered guard duty thing going on? What's she even doing with that now, during classes? Liz will be there?
Sure, but, hey, I really gotta go now. Ask her. She can fill in the blanks for you.
Ah, sure, thanks. Well, what do you know? Looks like I'm going to a party after all. And I don't even have to organize it myself. Shit. This means I gotta go shopping. She said, don't even bother, my guy. Not, don't even bother, my guy, implying that Inko is her guy. Pulitzer quality writing as always. Hemingway weeps at the greatness that is Wanigamu. This is capable of looking at herself. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Neck slander. The rest of the school day goes by without much happening. Between classes, I text Liz a couple of times, asking about how she's doing and letting her know that I've been invited to Ian's party. She was surprised, but happy for it. Then she explained that she thought about inviting me herself, but that would have felt weird because she wasn't the one hosting the event. And that she didn't tell me before because she didn't want to make me feel bad for being left out. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense, but it also kind of doesn't. Would I have felt left out if I knew Liz was going to a party? Maybe. I also asked her about what she's doing with the money in the meantime, but she just said it's in her locker. Makes me wonder why they didn't do that to begin with. In any case, Liz was stoked, and so was I. I was going to ask her if she wants to hang out until it's time for the council meeting, but as it happened, she's already busy helping Ben with whatever, because of course she is. I'm not sure where the meeting is going to take place, though, but their office seems like the logical choice. So, here I am. And though no Liz as it may be, some of the other student council members are already here, about 4 or 5 of them crowding up in the front of the door. I guess I should go say hi. With the way things are looking, we'll be spending time together until the end of the year. Might as well get the pleasantries out of the way now. Subtly, I fix my clothes and my posture, and then walk straight up to him. Hey, guys. I call out with as much confidence as I can muster, while at the same time trying to keep things short and simple. There's no need to overcomplicate it, but appearances do matter. First impressions, most of all. The people here are all various dino species, some of them with more memorable features than the rest, but I can't recall ever talking to any of them. Maybe they were there in the last week, or in the hallways putting up posters on Wednesday. Oh, the park last week, damn it. I hope they'll recognize me, or this might get real awkward real fast. At first, it's only confused stares, as a whole lot of the silence I'm getting. But a few moments later, one of the girls steps forward. Hey, you're here about joining us, right, Inko? Yep, that's right.
Oh yeah, didn't Liz say she was going to introduce someone new?
It's not one of the guys who speaks up, though, addressing his words to the girl and not me. She sure did. So you can obviously see Liz isn't here yet. We are still waiting for some of the folks and for Ben too, but I'm sure they're on their way. Yeah, that's okay. I talked with them earlier. Of course, the truth is that I only talked to Liz, but since she's with Ben right now, it's just easier to say it like this. Oh, okay. Now I get why she was so darned hyped, though. Oh? We all sure are. The way you stood up to Mia was very inspiring. She didn't even dare come near us. She didn't dare come nothing near us since last week. I wouldn't really call what happened standing up to Mia, but I see no reason to correct her. It's only now that I noticed the folksy way this girl was talking. I can never tell when it's a species thing or a regional difference, but I'm sure she must be southern.
Wait, that was you?
This time he turns to look me over too, and so do some of the others, including another guy entering the conversation. In the cafeteria, remember? Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, man, I'm so sorry we didn't get in there to help. It was just, you know. Good to know there really were members of the student council there, and that they did fuck all until Liz stepped in. Then again, I suspect many of them already had incurred Mia's wrath in the past, one way or the other, so they weren't about to line up for seconds. Nah, it's fine. I took one for the team, right? Well, we're all thankful. Well, all the others nod, mumbling stuff in agreement, after which they each introduce themselves and we engage in some meaningless small talk. That is, at least until one of the more geeky-looking girls clears her throat loudly, reminding everyone that they were not done discussing whatever it was they were discussing before I interrupted. So they all go back to doing just that, exchanging notes and stuff. I didn't pay enough attention to see it, but it now becomes really apparent that each and every single one of them is holding a bunch of papers in their arms. I don't know what the meeting is going to be about, but it definitely looks like it's a big deal. For a while, I'd go mind my own business as well, only partly paying attention to all the newcomers. I would have liked some more attention, but I guess it'll have to wait until we get to the me part of the meeting. Even Misha only says a short hello, also way caught up in the discourse. Who knew who knew that if need be, she can actually act with a degree of maturity? As more and more bodies crowd the hallway, it's only Ian who doesn't seem to be making an appearance. Maybe he really did get caught by Miss Prockling and put into detention or something. Man, wouldn't that suck for him, missing out on his own party. Another few minutes pass before I hear Liz's voice come down the corridor. As she appears, accompanied by another girl, surprisingly, and not Ben, all heads perk up, and so begins the ritual of everyone saying hi to everyone else. Lizzie gives me only a brief glance, all preoccupied with her friends, or so I think until I see her body, as if living a life on its own, walk up right next to me and pat me on my arm. It's comforting, but it's also a little confusing. I've only seen her pull this kind of trick once, maybe twice before, so it still unnerves me how oddly her body can function. Like she's in two places all at once, or if she was two people occupying the same body. Best not to think too hard about it. To return the gesture, I rub her back, causing her to stutter in the middle of her next word and eliciting a cute little blush from her. And although she maintains her focus, she does playfully swat my arm away, waggling a finger at me afterwards. It's amusing how well she can orient her body blind like this. Next, I grab her extended finger and do the same to the digits on her other hand when she tries to free herself, essentially taking her hands hostage. To her credit, she freezes up for only a second, yet still she can't stop herself from looking in my direction, to which I immediately respond by waving back at her with all four of our hands combined. This finally gets her to break away from the mandatory niceness tournament going on. You're impossible. But at least you're here. Why wouldn't I be? I let Lizzie loose, but raise an eyebrow at her. I really don't get what she's talking about. I mean, this was the plan, right? We'll talk to Ben together? I just remembered that I never actually told you where the meeting was going to be held. Sorry. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Yeah, you didn't, but I can put one and one together. Look at you, Mr. Resourceful. So, this means you're really going to join us? I believe that's up to Ben at this point. No, it is, but do you really want to? You shouldn't do it just because I want it. I know I don't always make the best decisions. Huh? What are you saying? You don't think I could do it? No, I wouldn't have asked you in the first place if I thought that. It's just I want to make sure that this is really what you want. Oh, I see. Ha, well, isn't that the million-dollar question? On one hand, yeah, Liz already gave me the hard sell. It's the best way for me to get some power into my corner. Plus, if I want to spend any substantial amount of time with her, it's not like I'll have any other options. But on the other hand, this is maybe the biggest commitment I've made in my life. Well, other than transferring here in the first place, I guess. If I go through with this, it's going to drastically change pretty much every single one of my days for the next 6 months, weekends included. I didn't even really think about it all like that until now. Then again, no point in second-guessing myself. Maybe I didn't say it out loud, but I'm certainly expecting to leave here in my new position. Inko? Yeah, sure. It'll be fun, right? Yeah, of course. It won't be easy, but it's fun, mostly. I'm sure it's going to be awesome, us working together. Next time, you won't even have to distract me while you won't even have to distract me while I'm trying to have a conversation. Wait, what was that? Okay, never mind. Though she seems to mean the remark in jest, still, her bringing it up is enough to let me know she's not at all happy about the shenanigans I just pulled. Sorry, I was just getting bored of standing here all by myself. Well, I think I have a solution for that. Why don't you try talking to the guys over there? They don't bite, you know. Yeah, no, I did that, but then they went back to their notes, so... It also doesn't help that I don't know who everyone is. Oh, I could tell you if you like. So over there is... What follows is a proper roll call, Liz listing everyone's names and ranks, and even some tidbits about them, like which classes they go to, or when they join the student council. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better intro. This way I immediately know who are the people that matter, and who are just the fodder I don't need to worry about. She even lets me know about Damien's unofficial position as some kind of outreach guy, and that even though he's strictly speaking not in the student council, he would almost always show up to these meetings. So that's something to look forward to. From here, the conversations turn to the importance of the meeting itself and what it's going to be about. Basically, a final report of everything going on with the events today, making sure that all the T's have been crossed and all the I's are dotted. Sounds more like Ben's ego trip to me, with everyone telling him what good little slaves they are, following all his orders. I'm sure he'll be in for one hell of a surprise when I won't do that. Or he is. He just fucking phases in. Let me blow my nose real quick. All right. How's chat? Liz rests her head on Inko's neck and says, "Oh no." I'm sure long necks are why. Yeah. And I'm not reading chat. It looks like it won't even take long to put that theory into practice, as not even a minute passes and our precious overlord makes his appearance. Not noticing me or pretending as though he doesn't, Ben immediately beelines it for the door, or at least he would have before Liz stops him, pulling him to the side where we're standing. At first he seems very much not interested, but then she speaks the magic words, "Inko wants to join us." His reaction to that is really just what I expected. "You're not being serious, are you?" "I am. He's already been helping us a lot these 2 weeks. You should know how much I'm drowning in all the paperwork this year. I thought maybe Inko could be my assistant." "Sigh, couldn't you have at least waited until after the event day to give me more problems?" "Hey, I'm not just some..." "Let's cut to the chase. I have no issue..." Hold on. Never mind. I have no issue with referrals like this, but if he is to hold such a... let me... I have to address the text. Nice setup. There we go. But if he's to hold such an important position, we'll have to make sure he can do it. Oh, what? You want a letter of recommendation? No, I doubt you had that. Rap G, which just bounces off this guy, doesn't it? Inko, please pay attention to our meeting. At the end, I'll quiz you on the most important topics, the ones you can't afford not to be caught up with. It's only one meeting. Can't get more simple than that. And how long would that be? An hour, maybe more. An hour. Are you for real? If you don't like it... No shit, I don't like it. This is literal cult shit. There's absolutely no way you made everyone here do that. Fuck, you should be happy to have more hands on deck. I'm not at all surprised that you can't grasp the most basic form of teamwork, Inko. But if you can't play ball with us, then I'm afraid I just can't let you join. For a split second, his lip tugs into a smug, satisfied smile, and that's when it hits me. I played right into his trap. He knew I'd get upset about his bullshittery, and I fell for it like a fool. Shit, even if I concede now, I'll have no option but to agree to his fucking quiz thing. Hold on. What do I do? Ben, don't you always say it's one's responsibility to take an interest in their community? This wasn't exactly what I had in mind when I said that. Let's go. Today's a big day, and we're wasting our time here. With that, he'd already be stepping away, but once again, Liz stops him. Don't you think Inko should at least be given a chance? I am giving him a chance, Liz. It's only him who can't see that. My decision is final. Inko, are you sure you don't want to reconsider? Is what Ben says really not reasonable to you? Liz gives me a pleading but intense look. It's rather obvious what she wants me to say, and surprisingly enough, that there will be consequences if I don't. I really didn't get until now how important this was for her, that she'd challenge Ben's words like this right to his face. It's rather obvious that he's not happy about it, but nevertheless, he's waiting patiently for my answer. What's more, even though this started out as a mostly private conversation, we've amassed quite the audience by now. If I want to be the good guy here, I can't very well refuse the offer. Yeah, sure, fine. I guess special cases warrant special treatment, right? Yes, they do, and you are quite the special case indeed. The way he says it, there's no doubt in my mind he's meaning it as an insult, trying to get me worked up again by offending me. Yeah, as if. Fool me once, motherfucker. Seeing that he's getting no reaction, Benny Boy leaves for the door with all of his goons lining up behind him. Some give me sympathetic looks, but most keep their distance and follow obediently after him. Surprisingly, Liz is one of the latter. Her face, once again, is one I can't read. I would have thought she'd be relieved that it all worked out, but instead she looks rather uncomfortable. I'm wondering if I had, butter up Ben earlier or some shit. Man, did I really fuck up this bad just now? I want to say something, but with the bodies swirling around us, we get separated fast. By the time I'm through the door, Liz, much like everyone else in the room, is already busy reorganizing the desks and pulling documents from the cabinets. I guess I'll have to ask her about it once we're finished. Speaking of which, it looks like everyone has their assigned seats and knows exactly where they should be doing. All except for me. With no better alternative, I sit down awkwardly on a stray chair next to the door. It makes me feel both like I'm in the spotlight, but at the same time very isolated, out of place. But it's not like I could just go and sit next to Liz, not unless I want to look like history's biggest Nepo baby. There's a nervous, kind of guilty feeling settling in my stomach now. This wasn't at all, wait, this wasn't at all, wait, this wasn't at all this was supposed to go. All right, guys and girls, listen up. Presiding over his desk with a laptop he procured from somewhere, Ben speaks over the congregations of folks in the room. He could have perfectly fine waited for everyone to properly take their seats, but naturally he doesn't. Regardless, everyone quickly sits down, many of them taking out their own laptops and tablets and notebooks and phones. Not such a bad idea, actually. I resent this stupid challenge, but I can see myself eventually needing to do that. As you all know, in a couple of hours I'll be checking in with the foreman. When I do, I'd like to do so with the knowledge that the ball is in their court and not lost in ours. A repeat of last year's cleanup cup ceremony is the last thing we need. As he makes a reference to an event I have no idea about, I hear a couple of embarrassed coughs, people looking awkwardly down at their notes. A moment passes like this, as no doubt Ben wants the weight of his words for everyone to sink in. What a prick. Now, of course, I'm aware that this was no easy task, and that you all did your very best. Let us see the numbers. Pointedly, he turns to Liz and gestures for her to deliver her piece. So, I have our finalized report here, with signatures from all of our team leads. I'm pretty sure you know, but we went over our spending limit for this one, and we had to borrow from our rainy day funds. Normally this wouldn't happen, but she looks over to Ben, hesitant for a moment as if looking for the right words. But this was our most important project to date. Again, she waits for Ben's approving nod before continuing, which of course she gets. I have no doubt in my mind that Ben considers his project's funding proportional to his own importance. So, before we can have another ice cream or pizza party, we will unfortunately have to make up for the difference. There are some murmurs and not very well disguised groans, even though I'm sure this is no surprise to anyone. I mean, I didn't know they had emergency funds, and even I'm not shocked that Ben is blowing it on his pet project. What even is there he could spend it on? Just shit for the posters, or... We've looked for all the best vendors for our gear, I take it. Of course, for the non-trivial items, I asked for quotes from at least 3 different dealerships. And, what exactly do you... Which vendors? Her surprise is clearly written across Liz's face. That Ben needs such minute details, I, however, don't at all miss the self-satisfied glance he throws my way. Well, the question seems innocent in itself, if maybe a little nitpicky. I'm quite sure that this is Ben's way of letting me know we're playing with gloves off. Well, for the laminated posters, we had cave paintings. They're a little bit pricier and much better quality, because we had problems with tail prints in the past. Most of the snacks for the donators we got from Chucky Spears. Okay, I'll give him that one. Chucky Spears. Oh. Oh. For the QR codes, I had the Comp Lab guys help us in exchange for... Yes, I'm aware of what they asked for. The answer is still no. We can't allow them more of the school's bandwidth to play games and watch porn. Then you better take that up with them. I'll do that next week. Anything else we got, Liz? No, not for today's event. We're hoping to make up for some of the money we spent from donations, but of course, most of it will go to the school's fundraiser campaign, for which I'll get the receipt and forward it to you. Very well done. Any info on engagement, Becky? The southern girl from earlier stands up, reciting statistics and percentages from a tablet she's got. Something tells me this is going to be another pissy little thing Ben plans to quiz me on, so I take out my phone real quick and begin to write down everything I hear. Except in the middle of the second row of numbers. Inko, could you please stop playing on your phone and pay attention? Though I'm sure your tuition isn't important to you, so you're used to dicking around in class. I doubt it very much you want to get off on the wrong foot with us. What? I was just taking notes, you dickwad, because gee, I don't know. Someone's gonna ask me about a bunch of numbers I'm hearing for the first time in my life. I'm sorry, do they not teach you about fractionals and rock bottom? No, but they sure teach us to... I'm just about to let another beautifully colored delicacy loose when I realize that once again Ben is trying to agitate me. What a damn one-trick pony is. Yet if I didn't spend so much time on watching a bat guano collector forum arguing with strangers online, I totally would have let him get to me again. I must admit, he's playing this game shockingly well. If I put my phone away, he'll have the upper hand with the questions, but if I don't, I'll waste everyone's time and my reputation by getting into a verbal karate battle. It's a win-win for him, same as how he got me into this whole stupid quiz thing. I didn't outright walk away, but now he's got me playing mind games. The best move might just be not to play. Yeah, no, sorry, Chief, you're right. With that, I put my phone away, looking expectantly at Ben. That's right, shithead. What now? Thank you very much, Inko. This is the least we expect. Becky, please go on. What is with all the pinging? Now I'm getting a random fucking... no, I don't care about politics being texted to me. Go away. With awkward hesitation, though looking more uncomfortable than surprised by the animosity between Ben and I, the girl continues her part. Dropping the bit with the statistics, she goes on about how their post on social media got very little attention, and that even though she asked Damien for help, all he did was to throw in some reshares. This obviously does not please Ben. Well, there's nothing you can do about it because technically Damien isn't technically student council. Chucky Spears went out of business when a human rights organization sued for its racist mascot. I announced the event to several classes today in person. Did we at least see a spike in impressions? No, Total Dog's breakfast. Last feller dropping last feller dropping a like was 4 days ago. What follows is a real heavy, ill-at-ease silence, the kind that shouts louder than words ever could. You done fucked up. I want to add something to jab back at Ben for all the shit he's been putting me through, but as soon as I open my mouth, Liz shoots me a stern look, causing the words to get stuck in my throat. She tries to shore up the damage, but it doesn't seem like she's convincing anyone. Probably Ben, at least. Ben, I'm sure lots of people will show up. He takes a moment, mouth agape, adjusting his glasses with a hand visibly twitching, even from the distance between us. Yes, well, I'm sure of that too. Let us move on to our next topic. And I sleep. I sleep. As promised, the meeting continues for about another hour. It's only then that Ben finally decides he's interrogated everyone thoroughly enough. What's curious, though, is that gradually he stopped being so anal about everything. Like, the more he couldn't deny that the event was going to be an absolute fucking waste, the less he bothered to try. I wonder if he even forgot about the quiz, because he's missed ample opportunities to twist people's words around, to the point where it'd be impossible for me to remember. I definitely do think that he's going to try and take his revenge on me for the insolence Liz and I demonstrated, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he just wants to get it over with. As everyone gets up from their seats, yawning, stretching, and slowly filing out the door, I wait for it to be just Liz, Ben, and me in the room. Well, Ben takes his time, neatly putting his laptop away and then stepping proudly through visibly tired, in front of his desk. Liz instead shrinks into the background. She looks anxious, and honestly, I am a bit too. It's just that I'm not sure what I should expect at this point. Sigh, I would have wanted to leave here 15 minutes ago. Rico, is it all right with you if we start now? Sure. What the fuck else could we be doing? Staring at the wall? Very well. I'll ask you 5 questions. Please answer them with as few words as you can, for both our sakes. The sooner we're done, the sooner we can put this behind us. Sure, that works for me too. Good, now then. Who supplied us with the laminated posters? Oh god. Shit. Oh shit. I know Tail Prince was bad. Chucky Spears was the... What was it? I want to say it's Cave Paintings. Revolver Ocelot. I think it's Cave Paintings. I'm impressed. Are you? Yes, but you have a memory longer than a goldfish. He pronunciates the words as though he's trying to banter, but it's such a smug falsetto that it couldn't be more obviously anything but. It would be amusing if it wasn't the assholiest thing ever. When I don't react, he moves on. What did the Comp Labs guys need for the QR codes? Attention from a girl. I want to go through these things. More bandwidth. What? No, that... Okay, hold on. Attention from a girl, okay. Okay, attention from a girl, okay. Correct. No, I don't want the Windows key. Next. Who gave the report on the missing supplies? Becky, Vicky, Damien, Liz, you. I gotta go through all these, man. I wanna pick Ben apart, dude. It was Becky. No? Wrong, very wrong. No, not you. No. Come on. Vicky. Oh my God. Damien? Okay. Liz then? Okay, so no one. Absolutely no one. It's a trick question. So, fuck, we'll just double down with Becky. Wrong! Very wrong! Great. Fuck you too. Ready to move on? Yeah, sure. On what day did we have the last have people interact with our engagement campaign? It was today, yesterday, Wednesday. So today would be Friday. They said 4 days ago, so it'd be Tuesday. My God. Yeah, that's the conversation with the parents. So I'm gonna save over that. I don't care. Actually, go back. It should be Tuesday. No, they don't. Oh, okay, whatever. Whatever. 4 days ago, my ass. Monday. Yes, unfortunately, that is correct. Whose responsibility is it to collect the donations? Yours. Oh, we don't need the Liz route anymore. Liz's. Okay, whatever. Yours. Okay, whatever. No, yes, I want to load. The schools. Okay, so it's another trick question. They're taking a cut, but there will be no official representatives present. This is a student council event, Inko. You understand that, right? Alright, which... Ben, Suddenly speaking up, Liz steps tentatively forward. Sorry, yes, Liz. I'm honestly not sure I could have answered that. Who's going to collect the donations, and do they know about the ledger situation? At first, Ben opens his mouth with virtually a negative amount of concern on his face, except no word comes out. That's... I'm not sure. For real? I'm certain that it's someone. Wow, couldn't have guessed. That's okay, I'll ask around. But that means this question didn't matter, right? Naturally. I'm sorry to have this put you on the spot like this, Inko. I bet you fucking are. Let's just do one more, and keep it an even number. When did the meeting start? What, do I look like I'm made out of clocks or something? If you're a council member material, you should know the answer. So... An hour ago. You're almost correct, but not quite. The answer is, as it always must be, exactly half an hour after last period, not a minute more, not a minute less. Being punctual is a virtue, and it's the kind of precision required for a treasury position, assistant or not. I'm sorry, Inko, but I'm afraid you're just not cut out to join us. Maybe next year, am I right? I won't be here next year, and are you fucking serious? How on earth was I supposed to be able to guess that? It wouldn't have been particularly hard if you used your brain. Think, Inko! Think! How else do you efficiently coordinate a meeting with this many participants? So, as I was saying... Ben, wait. No, I'm sorry, Liz, but no! I entertained your whatever this was, but if Inko just can't act with the maturity and precision required by his would-have-been position, I won't... No, but that's just it. We were late a couple of minutes today, remember? Because we were all talking about Inko joining us. So I'm sorry, but you're wrong. We started 6 minutes after. I know, because I was writing a memo for us to go through later. I would have told Inko about it then. You can't. This isn't okay. You have to ask him a new question. A slow second passes, and I'm surprised that I'm holding my breath, even waiting for Ben's answer. Liz, you're right. However, this does not resolve Inko of his many red flags, that he couldn't fathom the idea of teamwork to... Well, he'd only be working with me, right? Yes, but... I thought you weren't questioning him about our habits. The quiz was about today's meeting. We figured out the answer together. Inko wasn't wrong. I just was, righter. Once more, a loaded silence. Quiz or no, by now it must be obvious to Ben that Liz isn't taking no for an answer here. Even still, he refuses to respond. Mr. I wanted to leave 15 minutes ago sure has no problem dragging this out forever. You owe me this, Ben. Another couple of seconds go by, the silence now only broken by the impatient little noise Ben makes, drumming his fingers on his arm. There's just no possible universe where he leaves here saying no. That's just not happening. Liz must be thinking the same, staring starkly with surprising intensity at Ben. This is getting so awkward, I'm starting to think that maybe I should speak up. But just as I do, finally, we're getting our answer. I do owe you that. And that's that. He's gone. Where the fuck was that? Next to me, Liz deflates, letting out a long sigh. You're in. Am I? He said nothing about... I say so. Yeah, and that counts all of a sudden? Do you not want to join? What? No, yeah, I do. I just... Then you're in. Okay. With that, Liz goes back to her desk to gather the rest of her things. I give her a moment so that she can calm down after what might have just been the most intense fight she had had in her life, including the Mia incident, and when her parents caught her smoking, probably. But then I reach after her, grabbing her elbow softly. Without thinking about it, I turn her around, only then to realize her body still doesn't actually move together with her head, but she does me the courtesy of mimicking the movement. Hey, thank you, Liz. I know this must have been that this was tough, and I appreciate it. At first, it doesn't appear that my words have gotten through to her, but then her face softens, and she allows herself a shy little smile. Well, I would have been a pretty bad partner if I didn't do it, right? My heart skips a beat, and my cheeks, just like her, go beet red on the spot. I don't even know what I should... Is that what you are? Her smile widens, tilting her head to the side to playfully swat some of her red locks away. It's what I'd like to be. In that case, I think you just got the position. She giggles at my choice of words. Oh, did I? I don't know, Inko. Maybe that was a little too easy. Maybe you should quiz me on it or something. Didn't we do that already? I admit I was totally sold on the fantastic Mr. Rex thing. It's rattling, not fantastic, but it doesn't matter. Let's skedaddle. Oh yeah, we probably should. I still gotta go shopping and everything. Ah, right. You don't have your costume yet, do you? Costume? Yeah, for the party. Didn't Ian tell you that it was a dress-up event? No, if you can believe it. He forgot that teeny little detail. So what, is it like a masquerade ball? More like a masquerade hubbubaloo, but yeah. Oh, great, a hubbubaloo. A real hootenanny. An actual fandango. Fucking fuck me. Alright, and yeah, I do need a costume. Just dress up as Anon. I guess this is what Ian meant by asking if I can make it last minute. Shit. Well, he could have fucking just said so. Sai, want to come with? I think I'll just hit up the mall, see what I can throw together. Sorry, but I can't. Gotta get home to get dressed. It's actually, I want it to be a surprise. The way she says it makes me raise an eyebrow, but when she doesn't explain it, I just shrug. Fine, then I'll see you there. Sure, I can't wait. To emphasize her words, she gives me another quick peck on the cheek, barely shy of touching my lips like the last time. Except now she lingers a little longer before pulling away, not too long, but enough that I can tell the difference, and with a conspiratorial giggle, hurries out of the room. Holy shit, this is a busy day. Oh god, we got the base again. Can't you just scroll back? I guess so, but I don't know. I put the saves up to go through all of them during the Ben segment. Don't quote regulations to me. I co-chaired the committee that reviewed the recommendation to change the color of the book that regulation is in. We kept it gray. Don't fuck with me, buddy. I got systems and you ain't got papers. An unstoppable force versus an immovable object. At least Liz is more interesting than Olivia, probably. With Olivia, you got a jester max to break her out of her shell. She is still worth it. Not in Wanigamu. Everyone here is written insufferable. Ugh. Let me grab some water. We're an hour in. I kind of want some air. Alright. Oh, actually, let me turn that up a little bit. Rapji! I so didn't realize just how much I had missed the simple joy of exploring a mall on my own. The flashy storefronts full of junk I don't need, the fast food I need even less, and having to push myself past the most inconveniently stopping groups of people I wish weren't here. Sigh, if only I had more time to properly savor it. And also, if only my head wasn't so full of with all the crap that's been going on, like Liz flat out confirming our relationship status. Not that I'm complaining about that. I mean, I already kind of thought that if I had this whole GFBF thing in the bag, but I didn't expect her to be this forward about it, to just like slip it in the middle of a random-ass conversation. If anything, I thought that I would be the one to have to push this thing, to have to come up with some amazing, unforgettable date to sweep her off her feet before going in for the big question, but no, I can totally live with that. However, what might be complicating things a tad bit is, did I really just join the glorious St. Hammond's Student Council? I know I did, but I find it hard to understand the ramifications. I'm sure it's because I'm a newcomer here in so many ways, but all these things they keep talking about, like today's event and the stalls at the festival and, well, the festival itself, they all feel sort of immaterial. I can tell that they're these big, important things, only they don't feel like that for me. I have no idea what they're about, how things are going, if we're on track, and really where we're going at all. There's just no frame of reference. Very briefly, Liz told me that we'll have another totally not a date soon, where she'll get me up to speed on all the important stuff. So I guess at least I won't be floating around like this forever. I could tell she wanted to be more thorough, and that it only had to be a brief chat because as soon as she arrived home, Misha started talking her ear off about all the random Misha things. After that, we ended up in a group call, which is basically just me listening to the girls putting on their costumes, squealing and huffing about when it's too tight or prickly or falling apart. At least it gives me time to piece together mine, which, even after spending the whole trip here thinking about it, I don't feel like I'm one bit closer to figuring out what it should be, or what I want to dress up as. Should it be just a theme like 80s or horror, or should it be something from a movie, someone from a movie, or maybe a real-life celebrity? So many choices. I have several ideas, of course, from terrifically unfeasible to pointlessly simple. It's the kind of doable middle ground that I need to find. It's just that chances to dress up and put on a show are so few and far between, I don't want to waste it. It's not prom king levels of prominence, but it's still my first party with the top of the food chain here. If I can help it, I'd like to not come across as a laughingstock. Something that the sparsity of any human-friendly store sure isn't helping with. Truth is, I should have been told about this party days ago. Maybe then oh, whatever. What was it Liz said? That getting the most out of a bad situation is a treasurer must-have? Well, I better prove that I can do just that. Sure as fuck don't know how, though. Slightly frustrated, I sit down on a nearby bench, focusing on the girls' muffled conversation for a bit. I admit I haven't been listening for a good 10 minutes now, totally distracted by all the shop windows, so I deliberately chose a bench facing a shoddy secondhand clothing store, with the exact uninteresting cheap-looking Hawaii shirts lining the window one would expect. How's it coming, girls? Whoa, it's great, it's great! The fervorous sound of fabric and furniture being shifted around would suggest as much as well. The girls certainly are busy. How's it coming over there? Found anything good so far? Define good. I found anything so far. Nope. Oh, why don't you try the kitty store? Oh, what? Whoa, you know, where they sell toys and stuff. And what do you expect me to do when I get there? Buy you a set of building sticks and a fairy princess tiara? Though I jest, it might not actually be such a bad idea. Maybe I could find a toy gun and a cowboy hat, and it's not really my style, but I know that But now that I think about it, one of those Hawaii shirts, the red flowery one, it might be perfect. I take it back, Misha. You're a genius. Wahaha! I am! It's because I cast the Felicimentus charm on myself today. Excuse me, you did what? Is what I want to ask, but in my surprise, all I manage is a dumbfounded, high-pitched wheeze. It must be communicating the sentiment, though, as Liz is quick with an explanation. Sigh, Misha is dressing up as a Harry Pebble character. Waha! Yeah, okay, that explains it. All right. And what about you? Nuh-uh, told you it'll be a surprise. Aw, come on, don't be a tease, Lizzie. I'm not a tease, I just said no. But what I can tell is that I think you'll like it. Oh, I'll like it, huh? What's it gonna be? A slutty nurse, or a slutty witch, or, knowing Liz, maybe a slutty secretary. I don't think I'm legally allowed to criticize my girlfriend's clothes anyway. That word feels so great to say it, and even though it's over the phone like this, I still feel the blood rushing to my cheeks, turning them a carmine crimson. Ah, wait, Inko, that's... oh my gosh, Inko, what did you just say? Oh crap, didn't Liz tell her, or... I thought you already... But I can't even finish my sentence, as the voices on the other end devolve momentarily into one cacophonous jumble of squeaks, squeals, thuds, and some odd metallic clanking sounds, suspiciously like a young dinosaur girl being bludgeoned to death. Bonk. Which one of them is the bludgeoner and which one the bludgeonee? I'm not certain. You guys have fun with that. I'll go get my things now. Bye. Well, I'm sure they'll be able to sort that out in no time. Getting up from the bench and turning my attention back to the here and now, I walk up to the window with the shirts. Oh boy. I don't doubt that I can find some pretend cowboy accessories, but do I really want to go with this? What I have in mind is one of the lesser-known Johnny Steggs acts, one that he did for an animated kids movie. It's not the most obscure thing in the world, but for a human to pull off that certain character well enough, I have my doubts. Whatever, I'll just have to look up some clips on my phone on the way there. The luxury of choice doesn't seem to be something I can afford. They forgot the Misha's sprite. What? We forgot the Rap G counter. Well, Misha isn't here. Misha's on the phone. Awful lot of things happening and no sprites bouncing. That's because they're on the phone. With only Porku streaming the game, you think the developers would listen to feedback. No. That's their passion project. It's their baby. The rest of the time I spend in the mall is focused strictly on buying the shit I need. I try to hurry it up, though. I still take my time finding a red shirt that doesn't have any rips or shit or piss stains or stains of any other nature. It's slim pickings in this place. Fortunately, the mall seems to have some lockers where I could stash my regular clothes, and it only takes a small bribe to get the janitors to leave them there overnight, because apparently you couldn't do that normally. That's only the costume I have on me now, plus some essentials like some cigarettes and a lighter, and a heart-shaped box of candy for Liz. Kinda cheesy, sure, but I want to make an obvious gesture. By the time I'm done with everything, stores are starting to close, meaning that even if I catch the next bus out of here, I'll be at least half an hour late to the party. At least if the address Liz texted me is correct, in the fancy part of town, up in the hills I saw on the roof that one time. It would have been nice to rendezvous with the girls beforehand, but they left while I was still in the middle of finding a sheriff's star to complete the costume. Sigh. Oh well, never did I shy away from being a fashionably late entrance. No circle. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back. Where's the BRB? There it is. Alright. Hope. A passion project of making a worse version of the main game. They only listen to Bowie's style of feedback. I don't even know if this would be the one game that Bowie, or mod that Bowie, or that is a mod, that Bowie would be like, no, this just ain't it. That'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be gold. But he'd probably laze this too. I still can't believe Bowie doubled down on Dancing Towards Tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. Alright. Howdy, partner. I call out loudly to the bouncer as I approach the front door. It's obvious that I'm in the right place. The sound of partying from upstairs can clearly be heard, and it's a fancy enough mansion that I'd expect a wealthy St. Hammondite to live in. Oh, no! No! It's Mia's dad! Oh, no! But I just noticed the draw over on Ninko. Oh, Lord. They tried. Oh. Not that I can pay much attention to either of those things, because holy fuck, it's another human. Not only that, but much as the house he's guarding, he vertibly towers over me. And he's looking expectantly at me. This is the land of Ian, Ian. Shit, I was really starting to believe that I was the only skinny around here. This line I made up on the way here, I was rather expecting to be saying it to a fat Shrike butler, too, or something. Man, I totally butchered it now.
Yeah, you're invited.
Sure as shootin'. Name's Inko.
Oh, so you're that kid, huh?
Oh, what kid? His refusal to play along annoys me some, but I try not to show it. He's just doing his job, I suppose. But how exactly does he know me?
Aren't you the one who got that bully girl by her heels? Recorded it and everything?
What? Where did you hear about that? Up until now, I was trying to keep my best Johnny Steggs act, but this time I don't quite manage it. How could this random dude have heard about the tape? From whom? From and when?
Heard some of the girls here talking about it. So, do you have it with you?
What kind of question is that? I hesitate to answer, though something in the guy's voice makes me unable to stay silent. No, I keep it in my room.
Locked away, good thinking. Ought to teach that girl a lesson.
It's very hard not to back away. The longer he goes on, I know he can't do anything to me, but the vibes this guy is giving off is just uncomfortable. Feels like if he decided that I needed to learn a lesson, he could teach me within an inch of my life, right here, right now. Oh, yeah, so we all good here? Can I go in now?
Sure, up the stairs and to the left.
He opens the door for me, but keeps his knife-sharp gaze on me as he does so.
You go on and have a good time now, Inko.
I want to say something in return, but most of all, I just want to get out of this conversation. Stepping past the guy is one of the most intense feelings I've ever felt in my life, as if I had to sneak my way around a sleeping bear. That said, my curiosity over having finally met another human gets the better of me, and one last time I turn back to him. So, are there many of us here in the city?
Many of you? What are you talking about?
No, I mean many of us, humans.
Sure, if you know where to look. We do all the things the majority is too... We do all the things the majority is too major to us want to do. Okay, well, whatever. That's a sentence. Huh? Why even come here? Just, Pays a living. See you around, partner.
With that, he basically pushes me through the door, very pointedly ending the conversation. I could swear I heard that through the shrink... I could swear that through the shrinking opening he shoots me one last killer glare, but maybe it's just my imagination. Let's hope that it is. Well, at least now I'm inside. Time to forget about this weirdo and try to find a friendly face. Up to the left, he said. I would have expected there to be someone waiting for arrivals, but I suppose this is what I get for being late. It's a little funny, though, that I'm just allowed to wander around in here. For sure, the interior's neat and quite spacious. I really didn't get until now just how wealthy he and his family are. White marble floor and columns, red carpeting, wooden sided walls. It's the whole 9 yards. A little bit tacky, maybe. A touch outdated and very languish. They're only missing those oversized family portraits, replaced by all sorts of potted plants and runners along the walls and runners along the walls and ceilings. Okay, whatever. I just don't know if this is just for the party or if this is what their place looks like on a regular day. But it definitely gives off the kind of jungle feeling. The higher I descend to the stairs, the more so, leaving the well-lit foyer for the dimmed upstairs lights. The sound of muffled conversations grow louder, and the anticipation building in my gut grows stronger with it. Then, finally as I get past the last step and turn into the left-hand hallway, I'm greeted to... CG. Whoa, holy moly! Liz definitely wasn't kidding about this being a dress-up event. Suddenly, my toy revolver and cowboy hat feel as childish as they probably really are, and I feel small along with them. But there are eyes on me now, people seeing me and making an entrance, so now's time for action. Oh boy. In a moment, I'll unholster the gun, and then I'll act like I'm letting loose a volley into the hallway. It's stupid, but I just have to do it with enough confidence, and they might think they're the stupid ones. It's the creme of St. Hammond's here, right? These guys are usually so dense I could bounce a rock off their skull. Bam, bam, bam! Easy as pie, just like dealing with them Jenkins brothers. There are some giggles, and one of the closer standing girls donning a clown suit briefly faints, and I'm dead motion before turning back to the conversation she was having. At least they didn't laugh. That's something. With a short sigh of totally not relief, I holster the revolver and push into the hallway proper. Coming through. Whoopsie there. Easy with the goods, feller. I will try to maintain my best J-Steggs impression. Against all odds, being lost in the crowd as the music thumps into my face feels rather overwhelming than satisfying. All this time I've been wanting to party, but right now I just want to find Liz. And as if on cue... Hicko, hicko, oh god, it's crudely drawn. It's just a scarf and glasses. Oh my god. Oh, she shouts her words at me. Still takes some effort to make out the generic dime-a-dozen pop song playing. And, they weren't kidding. She certainly does look like a Harry Pebble character, as in she's literally dressed as the main character. She even got a wand, plastic of course, but still, it's a nice touch. Although, by the way she's swinging it around, I'd say she's not particularly parched at this very moment. Hey, Mish, cool costume. Whoa, isn't it? Wingardium Leviosa! Flicking her wand towards me with gusto, mid-motion, Misha manages to get herself off balance, one hair away from falling flat on her ass if I don't catch her. She even almost smacks the box of candy I got for Liz out of my hand. Careful there, cowgirl. Well, I'm not a cow, Winko! Rude! What? No, I'm a cowboy, see? For emphasis, I tip my hat at her. But I'm not sure if she sees it, suddenly very preoccupied watching some random couple walk past us, and then busy staring at the shadows dancing on the wall. Ugh, Mish, what have you been drinking? It takes a moment for her to realize I'm talking to her, but when she does, she puffs her chest out and shouts the answer at me with her usual cheerful bravado. Beer! Lots of it! Yeah, I can tell. Right, and it's very much going to be someone else's problem, not mine. Oh, where's Liz? Oh, Liz, I think she's inside, Inko. She was looking for you earlier. Oh, well, I just got here. I motion at an open door next to us that has a constant stream of people coming and going through it. There? That room? But once again, Misha doesn't even register the question. She just stands there with a mile-long stare focused on nothing. Mish? I think I'm going to be sick. Oh my fucking... This is exactly the situation I wanted to avoid. Yeah, well, do you know where the... As she makes a dash for... Wait. As she makes a dash for it, all I can do is jump away in a bid to not trip her and not get tackled myself at the same time. Unfortunately, in the process, I all but back through the open door, fumbling around to get my footing. Well, let's not go through the balcony. In the end, I still can't avoid bumping hard into someone before finally finding my balance. Oof! Oh, it's Ian again, with another cowboy, or is that fedora? The conversation I literally just tumbled into halts as a duo of girls I've never met before, and some guy in a white pimp suit turns to me. It's him I just body checked. In my mind, I'm already saying prayers that once again I managed to not get impaled on a horn or a spiky tail, and that the box of candy I have is still in one piece when I realize... Whoa, he just pops in. Whoa, gotta learn to stop bumping into you like this, mate.
Nah, it's all good. Enjoying the party. Why aren't you drinking anything?
Without a second's hesitation, he hands me the can of already opened beer he's been holding.
Girls, we'll catch up later, okay? Go have some fun, woo!
With some cheery whooping as he shoos the girls away, then he turns back to address me properly with a wide smile. I wonder if Ben's even here, dude. I feel like they'd all have this party and not invite Ben. The not tell Ben party. It's also now that I realize he's probably dressed as Michael Flintson and not a street pimp. The appearance of a cane should have really tipped me off. The absence of a cane. Thanks. It's, the west wind just blew me in, so... 'Tis a real nice domicile you got here, though.
What can I say? My old man sure doesn't spare no expense. So, how did it go?
Huh? How did what go?
Inko, you our new assistant treasurer.
Oh, that. Sheesh. Hasn't he heard the news already? Sure am.
Hell yeah, dude, that's great. Hey, now if you ever want to get out of class, just let me know and we can pull the good old emergency card.
The what now?
Oh, you know, you'd have a test that you need more time to study for. You tell me when it is, and I'll be burst in yelling that we have an emergency and I need you. No one ever asks, so Ben and I do it all the time.
So that's what you were doing when I was making my intro to the class. Got Ben out of homeroom. To my surprise, Ian looks away a little sheepish, fidgeting with the cuff on his pullovers.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't know if it'd be your, I just knew Ben wanted me to, you know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. What did Ben want that was so important?
I'm not sure. I think he went out to town to grab a snack or something. I figured he just missed his breakfast because he asked me 10 minutes before class. He only said he's glad he doesn't need to be in there any longer.
Wow, that can't be a coincidence. Is Blue Boy really such a dickbag? The way we're just talking about this just casually implies that Ben is not at this party. Whatever, let's not dwell on that now, even though it's a major asshole move from Captain Speciest. If he did stay, I probably wouldn't have gotten on so well with Damien. Ultimately, it might have been better for us all this way. Moving on. Missed you at the meeting, though. Did Miss P really put you in detention?
No, we came to an agreement.
Yeah, what kind?
Well, she's here, actually. Why don't you ask her?
What, she's here?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, why not, right? I invited her weeks ago.
Wow, okay, at this point I wouldn't even be surprised if Latican was farting around somewhere. Somewhere around here too. Looks like everyone but Ben was invited. Yeah, it's the not... Let's not tell Ben party. And about that, you know what? Give it to me straight. What the fuck is the deal with Ben?
Oh, what's she talking about?
Why do you guys put up with his shit? Seriously, he's such a fucking dickbag. At my cruel words, Ian winces, looking around quick to make sure no one else heard me, which I'm sure they didn't. We're standing like half a yard apart, and still we have to yell.
Oh, well, you know, he's good at his job, right?
Oh, please, not this bullshit again. I think I've seen enough today to know how Benny Boy conducts his business, and I know that Ian knows it too. Right, so that's why you're all here instead of backing him up, huh?
Okay, so,
He claws awkwardly at the back of his neck as he really didn't want to tell me the thing he's obviously about to tell me.
this is gonna sound kind of weird, but, like, you know when you're talking to someone and you notice that they have some shit stuck in their teeth, but then it's been too long and it feels awkward to say something? Well, it's only getting worse the longer you look. It's kind of like that.
Wait, what? So you're afraid to offend him? That's how you just let him be this total dick to everyone?
No, what I mean, it's not just me, we all know that Ben has his issues.
Issues? Like what he has those ethic classes for?
Ah, you know about those?
Yeah, Liz told me. Damn, here I am trying to spread rumors and he already knows. Though honestly, I really should have known that something so secretive is common knowledge. Really, why didn't I assume that? Then again, maybe Liz doesn't know that people know either, in which case... Though I think she said not to tell anyone, so do me a solid.
Ah, sure. But yeah, Ben is, I think I've seen him take some pills out in his locker once. Then he thought I wasn't looking. It wasn't just one time either.
Wrapped in Jesus on his cross of stone. It's outright alarming how much sense the world suddenly makes following that little revelation. It's like the medicine doesn't work at all. They got Ben on pure placebo. Ugh. When Guardian Leviosa, she actually said it. Imagine this suddenly transitions into Volcadera Ashball. Yeah, we get Ashley as the entertainment. Oh Lord, Ben is on estrogen. Oh Lord. Ben is on pills. So what? It's medication or drugs or Rap G. And what's next? Is it going to turn out that he has a Puerto Rican credit card too? No kidding.
Yeah. So we know it's not, but next year when I'm president, it's going to be a lot better.
This is a lot different than what Liz told me.
Yeah, Ben and her are like kind of actually friends.
I think she's just better at putting up with assholes than the regular person.
Oh, well, you would know.
Gee, I want to like you, guy, so don't go screwing it up for yourself like this. So, you seen her around?
Not yet, but I'm sure she's here somewhere. Try the balcony, lots of room out there.
He points at the ceiling as he says so, and I immediately get his meaning. Which way? Across the room, of course, and looking at all the people in there, I'm starting to get more and more certain that even though Ian called this party student council members only, most guests must have also brought their +1 or +4s, maybe. Regardless, I thank him for the info and the party, and then wade into the crowd and take a sip of the beer he gave me. You know, it's funny. There's beer here. There's underage drinkers here. And there's Miss Prockling here who bitched at us underage smoking. It's not the math's not adding up. She's going to see all the beer being thrown around, man. It doesn't make sense. The balcony door is easy enough to make out, tall with large glass panels, but the mob is so thick it's nearly impossible to go in a straight line. Every now and again, I'm pushed into someone, or them into me, and each time I act like I'm just mingling, raising my can at them, or tipping my hat with a smile. Upon closer inspection like this, I also see that my costume ended up somewhere in the middle ground because there are definitely more intricate ones, but there are also just folks with regular clothes and a vignette mask. A few of the faces I remember from the meeting today from class, but not most. Still, with so many bodies around me, I begin to feel more and more at ease. There's something safe in being lost in a crowd. The sense of freedom of having so many social interactions just waiting to happen. Sure as shit beats my formerly established daily routine of being hassled by Mia, or getting into a dick measuring contest with Ben, or having to listen to Olivia's pseudo-intellectualism. God, my voice is going. Nerd is going to sell Ashley plushies to fund exit. Well, too bad I'm not buying one. Nope. It's going to be funny. Like, are they going to start selling plushies before the game's even made? Because I got a feeling they would do that shit, man. This is a given. He's going to push the plush before the actual release. That's what I'm betting on. I'm all in, baby. This is a proper party. A fact that's swiftly proven to 200% accuracy when I suddenly find myself next to some jock-type dudes, one of them doing a handstand over a keg of beer that he's chugging down through a pipe. It's quite the sight, so I decide to stop and watch for a few seconds. Unfortunately, that also seems to be long enough for them to notice me too, and very soon I'm being pushed into the circle next to the handstand guy, as random people start asking me whether a skinny like me can handle his liquor. For a moment I panic, not because it doesn't sound fun to try, and neither because I don't want to socialize, but maybe this is the type of thing I should do after I had delivered the present I got for Liz. Briefly, I tell the guys just that, and then make them super-duper promise to save me some beer for later. Of course, a chorus of disappointing boos erupts, but only until I super-duper and counter promise them that I'll come back. Let's just hope they won't be all too drunk by then. Either way, after saying a temporary goodbye to my new best friends, it doesn't take long to finally get to the balcony door. Didn't you get an Olivia plushie? Yeah, but I made that order before the whole fiasco and shit, man. We go full circle, and Anons make horror game before the original official release. What is that? Oh, you mean like other Anons? Instead of Snoot game, it's horror game. Man, Caveman on got Caveman on. That'd be the cherry on the shit sundae right there. I also have lore accurate Olivia plush off Etsy. She's in a kneeling position. Oh, hey, it's Dog. Hey, Dog. The breeze blows into my face, and for a moment all I can smell are the smells of the city. The cold air bites with smoke, diesel, and pine. Up here on the hillside, I feel like my breath should be making clouds, especially now that the sun had begun to set, but it's probably just not cold enough. After the jungle heat that was the inside, though, my body definitely feels the difference, and in part that's because balcony is quite the reserved term for what this place is, virtually a whole-ass rooftop garden with rows of hedges channeling the wind against the bricks. Probably because of that, there aren't a lot of people out here. A stray couple sitting by the rose bush on the far end, some guy talking on his phone over there, and oh, what's this? The unmistakable silhouette of someone bent over the railing with a cigarette hanging from their mouth. It's a slim silhouette, too, and though it's no Liz, it definitely piques my interest. Watch this be Prockling. Once I get closer, I can manage the proper up-down. I also realize who I'm seeing and why her figure is so scrawny-looking. Called it. Hey there. Oh. Came to arrest me, officer. I'm not Cro-Magnon PI, You're the sheriff, aren't you? She points to my chest with the sizzling end of her cig, where I've got the stupid golden star sticker that I absolutely forgot about. Oh, yeah, right. It was kind of a last-minute thing, so I keep forgetting. I like how she has no costume whatsoever. She just came as herself. With a sigh, I settle on the banister and pull out a cigarette of my own. I don't even need to ask. She lifts her lighter seemingly on instinct. Thanks. We're not going to discuss this where you bitched at me earlier about this? Think nothing of it. She shrugs to underscore the statement and looks down over to watch the setting sun. The view from so high up is quite something. Even though the school itself is built on top of a hill, right now it looks laughably small. The mall, the construction site where Ben must be shitting himself crying on the ground right now, the future festival area, and even Liz's neighborhood can all clearly be seen from up here. Truth be told, it gives an uncomfortable feeling. I hate the thought that my life here is so tiny it fits one view. And I hate it even more that someone has that view. To distract myself, I take a subtle glance at the raptor woman next to me, although I'm still not fully sure she is a raptor. I don't know the rules nor the etiquette, but it feels awkward to ask her species like this. Dinos probably all know each other's species by glance. Not that it ultimately mattered much. She looks like someone who's had enough of this shit life and very obviously not in the partying mood. Not only because she's out here smoking, but because she didn't even bother to wear a costume. Motioning at her with my beer, I try to get her attention and get a conversation going. So, looks like I'm not the only one who was told this was a dress-up event, huh? Oh, but I am dressed up. I'm dressed as a teacher. Ha ha. She doesn't look at me until after taking another puff, with a raised eyebrow and a wry, lopsided smile. I guess technically that counts. It's a very, lifelike outfit. Lifelike being the most diplomatic way I could say lazy, which she probably knows. Another drag, another sip. So, if you don't mind my asking, why are you even here? Why bother to come? For the same reason everyone else did. Get drunk, have fun, get laid. Oh no. Oh no. But aren't there like underagers? What are you doing? This isn't college. Oh. Oh, that's not with your classmates. Okay, whew. Rap G, I knew she's odd, but I was worried there for a sec. Would have been kind of hot though. Ugh. Us teachers are people too, you know. Well, which other teachers are here? It's just another bullshit job someone has to do. Oh, well, I mean, she's not wrong, but what the majority is too major to want to do. I remember the sentence more than anything, still it doesn't miss her ears. Ah, I see you've met him. Met him? Met who? The guy at the front. Sounded like something he would say. You know him? Yeah, he's the janitor, isn't he? In a way. I see. Anyway, I guess I thought most teachers are more, I don't know, boring. Kinda. All the teachers I ever had, they were more like Mr. Aladikin. Amused, Miss Procklin chuckles and turns sideways to me while setting her back to the stone. Still haven't dropped the mister, huh? I thought you'd be better pals by now. Most students tend to like him. Yeah, no, it's not, he's alright and all, but he's just, he's kind of just boring. Yeah. People usually are, I'm sorry to tell you. But I sure hope you don't think lovely Liz is one of them. Oh no, I could never. She's everything else but boring. My Inko, you're really smitten, aren't you? Blushing hard, I open my mouth to say something, even if I'm not sure what, but she heads me off, smiling wide as ever. I'm really happy to hear that. You've made quite the stir in Liz's life. I'm not even sure you realize. I'm not the only one. I mean, it happened both ways. Did it? Oh yeah, she made me join the student council and everything. I thought she'd try, but I was wondering what you'd say. After all, I figured you'd have enough on your plate as a transfer student already. Well, we'll see, I guess. For what it's worth, I'll only be Liz's assistant. I see, and, well, was that your idea or hers? Hers, actually. Mrs. P's smile widens, and for a moment it looks like she's about to say something, but then she just looks back down at the city over her shoulder. I'm not sure what that's about, so what if it was Liz's idea? The silence drags on, and its awkwardness reminds me that I still have yet to find said Longneck. So anyway, do you know where she is? She said she'd meet me here, but I haven't seen her around. Thinking about it, I just could have called or texted her. Oh well. I do, she's down there. She points downward over her shoulder, which confuses me at first. Is she trying to say that Liz is down in the city somewhere? Or did she go home without telling me, or... But then as I follow her extended finger, I realize that she's pointing at a lone half-hidden figure right there in the little grove near the edge of the cliff. There's what looks to be like an old treehouse there, with swings under one of the branches that reaches a claw against the sky. It must have been what she was looking at, too, when I thought she was watching the sunset. The sunset, which, by the way, is almost all complete now, with only the top rim of the sun's blazing body visible over the horizon. Mind if I leave this here? I ask as I now place my empty can of beer on the flat surface of the banister. In response, she pretty much just shrugs. Free country. Nah, sure is. I'll see you inside. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. With that, in a wink, she flicks away the used-up butt of her cigarette and skitters across the stone tiles towards the door. Tell Liz I said hi, would you? Sure. I doubt she heard me, but whatever. I'm not even 100% sure that I spoke the words myself, preoccupied watching her swinging tail and accompaniment vanish into the darkness. Well, here goes nothing. 15 minutes left. What did I hear, gang? Hold on. I didn't want to scroll that. Shit. Work in progress. Placeholder. I didn't feel like making a new sprite. Yeah, the budget cuts. It sounds like they need a treasurer. Hello, Miss Brockling. We killed everybody and took a briefcase. She's dressed as TF2 Pauline from that skinny game. I guess that makes sense. Porker, when are we playing Pal World? I saw your ass on it the other day. I don't know. I've been playing some other games too. Persona 5 moment. She's not even hiding it. Awfully personal chat we're having, Teach. Underage after beauty. Oh god. The forbidden Miss Roberts mod. My god. It's age after beauty, but without the time skip. Well, here goes nothing. Doubling back along the balcony and an outside staircase, I come up to the treehouse from behind. Liz is sitting in one of the swings, propelling herself back and forth lightly. It's only when I make a noise stepping on a stick that she notices me approaching. But before she could properly make out what's happening, I hop on the other swing next to her. What is that supposed to be? What is she cosplaying? I don't understand. What is on her head? That's like a funnel thing. Hey there, Liz Lizard. You're missing the party. Oh, hi, Inko. I know. I just need some, I didn't mean to be a party pooper. Oh, her voice is all coarse and kinda... What's going on? Oh, let me guess. She's drunk, too. I can't see her face very well in the dim light, not with how high up she's holding her head. So that's no tell, especially not the way it's lit up from below by her phone she's clutching in her hands. Is she waiting for a call, or did she just get off one? What's happening? I want to ask if she's alright, but it's obviously she's not. I mean, why else would she be sitting here away from the party if she was? To give myself some time to think, I take off my stupid toy gun belt that keeps catching onto the rope work and give Liz's outfit a look over. I still haven't figured out what she's supposed to be dressed as. A big beige-colored onesie, dry grass or straw on her shoulders and at the back of her head, with more pieces sticking out from under her neck scales, and something like a tin cone on top of her head like a hat. I don't really get what this is all about. Zero suit Liz. Oh god. And a tard hat, I guess. Rooftop moment. Oh no. Hey, it's a pretty cool costume. Really? You like it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it's from, but I like the design. Do you think you'd stand up so I could get a better look? The question surprises her a little, and even in the darkness, I could see the blush forming on her straw-framed face. But I'm sure she's happy I'm showing interest. Not that this isn't just a total distraction. Sure, of course. She gets off the swing, twirling around for a moment before striking a pose, holding the tip of her tail shyly, almost defensively in her hands. I only now notice, too, that even there she's the same beige color... Wait, she has the same beige cloth running along her scales, then ending in a small, darker brown tuft of hair, almost like a lion's tail. Oh, is this supposed to be like a full combination of the what do you call it? Wizard of Oz or some shit? Oh yeah, I'm kind of a mashup of the characters from the Shaman of Oz. Oh, now I get it. The lion's fur, the straw, the little tin hat. Oh, okay, I can totally see it now. I love the neck bit, too. It's like it's straw, but also a mane. You could tell? Of course, isn't it totally obvious? It wasn't to anyone else. Meh, bunch of losers. Can I? I ask, reaching for her tail, distraction aside. I really do wonder how she got the fabric to stay in place, because I think it's a piece separate from the onesie. It's clear that a lot of work went into putting all this together. Yeah, sure. Gently, Liz lets go of her tail and places it in my hands. Oh boy. To be honest, at first I thought nothing of my request. I really was only curious about how dino fashion works. But suddenly, this feels rather intimate. Liz's tail has a surprising weight to it, and her scales feel nothing else I've ever touched. But it's also warm and soft, and it's almost like I could feel her very heartbeat pulse through the veins running under the scaly surface. If we weren't in a relationship, would she have still let me touch her like this? Either way, I turn my attention to the appendage in front of me, and to my shock, it seems that the way they attached the lion's tail to sew it right through her The way they attached the lion's tail was to sew it right through her scales. What? Yeesh, doesn't that hurt? Oh, no, don't worry. I asked Misha to use the scales that are mostly dead. I don't even really feel it. Dead scales? Is that like a calloused hand or something, or... You're not sick, are you? Huh? Sick? Oh, because No, it's nothing like that. Our scales just kinda, get older. Sometimes they fall off, and new ones grow in their place. Not gonna lie, that sounds awfully disgusting, but I won't tell her that. Wow, okay, this is still some dedication. Letting go of her tail, I let Liz get back into her seat. She looks calm now, or calmer, but not exactly at ease. There must be something else I can use to... Oh! I almost forgot, but I have this for you. Clearing my throat with only the slightest bit of embarrassment, I hand Liz the box of candy. It now shows some wear, having been trudged through the battlefield that is the dance floor inside, but it mostly retains its heart shape. Aw, thank you. But you really didn't have to. Despite her words, she leans in to press a tiny peck on my cheek as thanks. I figured that you'd appreciate this more than flowers. You don't have to bring me either. I mean, sorry. I don't want to sound like an ungrateful butthole because you're being very cute and I appreciate it, but it's just... I'd rather you be yourself around me. I like flattery, all girls do. But you better don't start saying things like, you were born in love with a girl like me. She grinned shyly at her own joke, slowly peeling the plastic wrapping from the box before popping the lid off and taking a piece for herself. Usually, Lizzie's smiles could power a whole city, but this time, I don't know. Maybe just a neighborhood with a shoddy 7-Eleven. But that has to be good enough. I doubt that I can delay the inevitable any longer, so I should just address the elephant in the room. So, why aren't you in there showing off your hard work? Were you just listening to some music, or... To make it real obvious what I'm asking, I let my eyes drop to the phone Liz still has in her lap, though now abandoned in favor of the candy. Immediately, her smile vanishes. It's just I was, do you want one? She offers the box to me in a clear attempt to stall. Although frowning, I don't refuse her and take a random piece with a purple-colored wrapper. Thanks, sure, but... I let my words trail off, but I don't relent. Inko, it's just stupid girl things, okay? Girl things? Come on, Liz. Trying to be encouraging, I place my hand on hers between the ropes. She lets it happen. Hand, you gotta reach, Inko. You gotta reach. She lets it happen, but she even intertwines her fingers with mine, as much as the onesie allows. Still, her expression remains as difficult as it was moments ago. You really can't take no for an answer, can you? Sometimes I can, but this isn't one of those times. Look, please don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to tell you because I know what you'll say. Huh? I was talking with Ben. Oh, of course. Oh, goody. Well, no, actually. More like he yelled at me for 5 minutes and I said nothing. He yelled at you? What the fuck for? Liz sighs again, biting her lip impensively as she looks away, down at all the buildings, the cars and buses coming and going, at all the people living their lives, oblivious to the scene playing out right above their heads. These swings really do give a great view over the cliff's edge. I'm sure a treehouse would too. Even though I descended a little more than a floor to get here, now the city's diorama feels much closer, stretching along right under our feet. And somewhere down there, there's an asshole making my girlfriend cry. For a few moments, we both just take in the view, listening to the hum of traffic from below, and the distant roar of airplanes passing above the bruised night sky. Liz's words, when they come, are equally quiet, barely perceptible. I wanted to check in with him, ask how the event is going. But I don't know. I think it must have gone very bad because he wouldn't even listen. He just yelled and yelled. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that Ben is taking his failure like an absolute champ. Only I didn't expect that faggot to take it out on Liz of all people. If he continues like this, I might have to call his mother, tell her that her botched abortion attempt of a son is still kicking around acting like a fucking asshole. Tell me you don't think that's normal. You don't, right? No, of course not. And the worst part is, he didn't even blame me for anything. No, wait, what? He didn't? What'd he say? Don't misunderstand. I only say that he didn't blame me. He blamed Inko. Oh my fucking... Is Liz implying what I think she's implying? Is Ben really this fucking petty? There's no way he'd try to blame it on me, did he? I know, I mean, that was only part of it. Let me guess, then Damien. A part of it? Yep, Ben blamed everyone. Damien, Latikin, you, Misha, everyone but himself and me. Silence, again. I don't know whether I should or shouldn't break it, but I go with should. Oh, well, since you know what I'd say, I won't say it, but I'm thinking it. I know, it's Sai. Look, it doesn't matter. I knew this was gonna happen. You knew? Of course, after the meeting today. Everyone knew it was going to go down in flames. That's why we're having the No Ben Allowed party. And I knew that sooner or later Ben would find me to bitch about it. Wait, Liz swearing? Why is Liz swearing? In my Christian Dino Girl game? But if you knew, why call him? Shit, why didn't you just block him, just for tonight? Or mute your phone? I mean, why let him ruin your fun? Because this way, at least I can control it. What? If I intercept it, at least he won't take it out on anyone else. And even if it all blew over, he'd find something else to complain about, to get it out of his system. At least this way, I was prepared for it, as much as I could have been. That's... Inko, this isn't... You're right, this isn't okay. This is far from okay, but I know he's got good intentions, it's just... Funny that, but intentions are just nice words if he can't show any results. And actually, his words aren't even nice, like, ever. I guess you're not wrong about that. No shit, I'm not. I keep telling you, you guys need a serious change in leadership. Next semester, Ian's gonna... I'm not talking about next semester, Liz. I'm not talking about Ian. From what I've seen so far, I'm starting to think even I could do a better job. Though as expected, Liz to take my proposal seriously, or kind of seriously at least. Instead, she looks at me in total disbelief. Even the first sound she can make is only a hearty guffaw, followed by a series of abrupt laughs. You're not seriously. Inko, even I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even do everything Ben does. 10 copies of me couldn't. I seriously doubt that. Well, I don't. But look, if you want to try, I won't tell you not to. I just don't think you should. You don't think it would be much better for everyone? That wouldn't be better for you? I don't know. Maybe it would. Maybe? Come on, I don't think it's this bullshit smoke and mirrors thing. This slavery light experience is what people signed on for when they joined the glorious St. Hammond's Student Council. I didn't. In fact, Is this candy all you've brought for me? Nah. All I have? What do you mean? Oh, I really could have used a drink too. Oh. Sure, I can go get you one if you want. No, it's fine, I'm kidding. Just stay with me. Rap G, don't get all melodramatic on me now, Lizzie. Sigh. Though to be fair, this does sound like a situation where I'd want to get a little buzz too. Plus, Liz knows her liquor. If that Sunrise Volcano whatever is anything to go by, she knows what she's getting into. If she thinks it's fine, then I'm sure it's fine. So, just brooding in the cold, huh? Brooding. She chuckles, but it's a dry laugh. Yep, brooding sure does bring back memories. Good ones, I hope. Good? Maybe. You don't got a lot going on in life when the most important thing you do is act edgy all day. Huh? That's right. I keep forgetting that you had your edgy phase, supposedly. Oh, there was nothing supposed about it. I went around saying stuff like, "Woe am I?" and all meat and desperation under my scales. When really, the worst I had it was that the nail polish I got was a shade off, so I had to go back to the store and get more. I thought that was something all women had until they were old and wrinkled at 30. Excuse me? Huh? What's wrong? At 30? Seriously? Are you really saying that you think I'll be an old hag in 10, 12 years? That's, shit, to be frank. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, that's just how the world works. It's only the men who age like wine. What I didn't consider, though, is that I might not want to upset the girl who hasn't even been my girlfriend for a week. Well, I didn't mean you, obviously. I'm sure you didn't. Oh, come on. You know you're the prettiest girl in the world, right? She rolls her eyes, unwrapping another piece of candy before replying. I told you, flattery won't get you far with me. You were serious with that? Yes. Why is it so hard for you to get that? It's why I'm wearing this getup right now, too, so I won't have to tell people to keep their eyes north of the Max and Dixon line. I don't know, like, I get that you don't want drunk dudes staring at your, But who doesn't like being called pretty, or handsome, or just, being praised feels good, doesn't it? There's a such thing as too much praise, Inko. I don't say it out loud, but I'm pretty sure the look I'm giving Liz virtually shouts, "There is?" To which she sighs again, leaning back and propping herself up on one arm. There is, believe me. There was this one time I had someone else join us in the student council, and at first it was all great. We were happy, she was happy, everyone was happy. Or that's what it looked like anyway, before it all went wrong. First she started coming in late, and then she started missing a few things. Meetings, sorry. I tried talking to her, but she just said that it wasn't what she thought it would be, and that she wants to quit. I wanted to convince her not to, but I couldn't. So, sigh, I asked Ben to step in, if maybe he could talk to her. Well, he didn't, and he told me it'd be best for all of us if she really did quit. I wasn't happy about that, but what made it even worse was that he knew I wasn't happy, and when I finally let it go, all he said was that I did what was right, and that it wasn't up to me anyway, and that he still trusts me and that this doesn't reflect my performance whatsoever. That there was just no lesson for me to learn there. That I did good. I sometimes still think about that. She looks away, then moving her legs back and forth to get the swing moving again. I'm, not sure what to say. I mean, it's a rare enough thing for me to say this, but wasn't he right? It really doesn't sound like it was up to you to change that girl's mind. I know, that's not what bothers me. Then what is it? It's just, I hate hearing the only thing that I'm good at is doing what other people, like Ben, want done. Sometimes I feel like if my life is just one giant well-lit black hole, and I'm the queen of the cul-de-sac. That's French for dead end, you know. Yeah, I know. But I don't think that's all there is to it, Liz. My life since I got here feels like it's the big one too. But I remember what I told you, at least you are irreplaceable. Not only to everyone else, but to me, but now to me too, and I don't only want to have a girlfriend like you, I want to be with you because it's you. For all the things you're good at and for all the things you're not. I pause here for a bit, for a dramatic effect. Lizzie is looking back at me mutely, but I can tell that she's touched. Part of me knows that I'm saying precisely what she wants to hear, but I mean, isn't that my job as a boyfriend? I'd be inclined to believe someone too if they said exactly what I wanted them to. But more important than that, there's a question I want answered, and this seems like the perfect opportunity. So, do you want to be with me? Like, are we a thing? Hearing my question, Liz ducks her head, shy like she does sometimes, but to her credit, she breaks eye contact for only a moment, looking down at her lap. Can I tell you something? Sure. Ever since you first came over to our place, while we were doing paperwork with the guys and all that, I kept telling everyone about the time you and I spent together and how much I'm beginning to like you. Lately, that also kind of involved that I think I'm falling in love with you. Hearing her confession, what feels like all the fluids in my body rush into my head all at once, and I swear I'm hearing static in my ear, so I can only watch, mute and stupid, as Liz takes charge of the situation. At first, she sort of just looks away and sort of smirks, then sort of shrugs as if sort of denying her previous statement, but sort of not. Her hand again finds me, and her fingers wrap tight around mine. At the same time, she lowers her head, pushing slowly closer until we're bare a breath apart. Instantly, I begin to worry about what if I do the kiss wrong, and what if I fall off the swing in the middle of it, or what if... But then my thoughts flatline, lips meet lips, converge, blow my mind. The first kiss I have ever had, not only is it with a girl much taller than me, but with a dinosaur one. My parents would freak, but honestly, fuck them. My loving parents should be the very last thing on my mind right now. I don't want to be thinking about them, or Ben, or the rest of the student council, or anyone else. All I want to be thinking about is Liz. As if reading my mind, she presses closer, and this time I really have to hold onto the rope unless I want to be pushed off. The kiss itself, it's clumsy, teeth clink, breaths mingle, but I guess it doesn't even bother Liz that I taste like an ashtray because she's smooching off my face with the intensity as if she's trying to eat up all the words I ever spoke to her, making each syllable into a tiny promise that I can no longer take back. But then she retreats to gently, carefully remove her lips from mine, leaving behind a lonesome yet tingly feeling. Wow. She giggles. Yeah, wow. There you go. Oh. What's the phrase, show don't tell? The writers put too much thought into that. For the costume and her tail, neither had to show nor tell, just unnecessary descriptions of a Halloween accoutrement. No bends allowed, yeah. I mean, for the whole game in general, everything is over-explained, that's true. Fucking purple pros out the ass, yeah. What time is it? It's already over the 2-hour mark. I guess after the little swing set scene, we'll wrap it up. It's been dragging a little bit. Her swing picks up an excited momentum again, while at the same time her head goes behind my back to rest on my shoulder. It's a little confusing and a little disturbing, but I like it. Moving my hand to the back of her head, I pull her into a proper cuddle, and she doesn't resist, instead melting into the motion eagerly. Using her long neck, she tightens the hug from behind, too, making it feel like I'm being halfway cocooned by a big tubular fleshy thing. The way her scales and the little pieces of straw bite into my neck give me goosebumps, but I don't pull away. This is nice. I must agree, though I would have loved some more mouth-to-mouth experimentation. This definitely feels nice as well. Lizzie's body is surprisingly warm, at least I didn't think a dino's blood runs this hot. But then again, maybe it's because I'm wearing only a shirt and she's got the onesie keeping her warm. Either way, it's pleasant. You spend some time like this, looking around, but at nothing in particular. That is, until Liz notices something in the grass nearby. Oh hey, what do you think? Though her head remains on my shoulder, body-wise, she leans away for a second to pick up something from the ground. Brief as it is, in her absence, I can clearly feel the evening cold. She holds out a hoodie with its back to us, and it has the giant logo adorning it. The chiseled profile of a dino in a feathery headdress. It's the same one I've seen on the PE uniform my parents accidentally got me. In a few places around school. Must be the St. Hammond's insignia. We thought people might buy these to make up for the money that Ben spent on the event. The way she pauses to correct herself is very amusing. Looks like Liz is finally beginning to shed her selective blindness to Ben's assholery. Except, looks cool, but if you had to pay to get these made, won't you have to sell them for like unreasonably expensive? Do you think people will still buy them? Oh no, don't worry. Ian's got us covered. So these babies will go $10 a pop. He's really trying to get a head start on his career as president. This is only the first batch that we want to sell here at the party. I should already be inside doing that. The idea is that if people see us wearing them at school, Maybe they'll get interested. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Do I get a discount? Giggling, Liz hands me the hoodie. You can have this one for free if you help me give away the rest. How very entrepreneurial of her. Oh, sure, that won't be a problem. I already have a keg handstand waiting for me with the guys, so I'm sure I can get them to help out after. Keg headstand? I didn't realize you're such a party animal, Inko. Now, what can I say? It's about time someone showed St. Hammond how to party in style. And here I thought this would be an unusual evening for you. Huh? You know, I could make it special. But I guess not. Did you go to parties like this often back home? I had my fair share of them, but I mean, I thought this would be more normal for you, like a student council party. Yeah, it's just, this is all honestly a bit too much for me. Usually I hang out with Ben and Damien the day after an event. It was only this time I figured I'd make an exception. I don't know. That does sound like something Liz would do. Sadly, pitifully so, and I'm not sure what I should do. Mia used to crash these parties. Aw. Yep, someone must have always tipped her off because she didn't stop until lately. But, say what you want, but she knew how to party. Seriously? Uh-huh, that's why I first wanted to be your friend. At least until I learned what she's really like, behind all that razzmatazz. I think she only stopped coming when we got this new bouncer guy off Rex list. I wonder why. Wow, to be fair, I don't blame her. That guy is fucking scary. In the pause that comes, I look back at the hoodie in my hands. So, how many of these things are we talking? We got a dozen or so, I think 20 teas. Well, a dozen minus one. No, actually, it's a dozen, like I said. But if you just gave me one, then I kinda, planned for this. Oh, so you knew I'd want one. Yep, and I think I know you well enough by now, so I figured. But even if you didn't ask, I was sure you'd wear one if I gave it to you, to make me happy. Well, I mean, she's not wrong, but I didn't know I was this easy to read. Or maybe Liz is just too smart for her own good. Sigh, guilty as charged. Oh, Rico, you're so simple sometimes. Simple? I'm sure that somehow, somewhere, there's a disabled fat ass dying to say, told you so. No, sorry, I think what I wanted to say, straightforward. You're a lot unlike Ben, and I mean that in a good way. I really need someone straightforward in my life right now. Oh, well, I should hope so. So, do you want to go back inside now? We probably should. Probably. If you don't want to, like, I'm fine staying out here. Or we could just leave, have some fun together downtown. No, it's tempting, but I already told you. You are who you are on your worst day. I promised I'd do this, so I'll do it. With that, she slowly, hesitantly leaves my embrace, getting back onto her feet. Frowning, but I follow suit. Well, okay, but if it gets too much for you, or you don't feel like, then let me know and we can leave. Oh, you're so sweet. For emphasis, briefly, she presses another kiss on my cheek. But that won't be necessary. Sigh, I hope. Alrighty. Be funny, demo ends. Okay. I'm wrapping it up here. Alright. Save. Where are we saving? This is all Liz stuff, I think. I guess we'll just save it on 6. Oh. Does this feel longer than Olivia's route? Yeah, it does feel longer. Mia's route was long too. Suddenly making out with Liz would make up for all the padding so far. There's just so much yapping, it's hard to have any sense of time or story progression, yeah. This mod is painful, it is. It does a lot of nothing. It does a lot of needless. But it's their passion project. Oh. So I guess I'll shoot for the next stream on Wednesday. How many people are here? Is that not gonna work? Come on. 13, okay. Yeah. I didn't think the Liz route would be this long, but they're really dragging it out. And didn't they say the next update was supposed to add on more to Olivia's? Well, and I think I saved over all my Olivia shit, so we're gonna have to, like, go through all that shit again. Has anyone ever made a mod of a mod? I want to mod with this mod with a thorough edit to cut away all the meaningless babbling. I don't know. I mean, the mod of a mod, there was, what was it, Little Star? That they made someone made a mod of that, but there's drama behind that one. Which one of us is nerds alt? They should be passionate about editing. This mod feels like I'm eavesdropping on a therapy session. Not even some sexy sprites. What a scam. That's true. There's no... Oh, no, there's only the fucking writing that describes shit. Not even Mia. Not even Mia. Like, movie nights with Mia had more stuff going on for it. Oh. Yeah, as for tomorrow, I got grocery shopping, so we're 3 for 3 on no streams the last 3 Tuesdays, so don't hold your breath for a Tuesday stream tomorrow. If it happens, but don't keep your eyes out for it. I'm usually just burnt out after grocery shopping. Sorry, Pauline, but I'd rather make my GF than listening to you. Oh. Yeah, we'll shoot for Wednesday. If it's just another one where it's like I still have to keep playing. Oh, it's gonna be awful. Oh, I can't even think. I'm probably just gonna wrap it up and, well, I'll get the stream ready for Wednesday. We'll see. I'm done. I'm done for today. I'll see you guys later.